The following is a presentation of the IHSA television network. Don Houston leads his seniors today as Jayon Troutman and Jalen Long go against Lanphier in hopes of taking home the third-place trophy. For the Lions, sophomore star Larry Austin takes to the big stage one more time as America's original March Madness rolls on. And just one of the stories here at America's original March Madness here at Carver Arena. Lanphier trying to take home a trophy for the first time in a decade, and Larry Austin taking to the court one more time for the Central State A champs. Hi everyone, welcome into our broadcast. Matt Rodewald with you here on the St. Patrick's Day as we get set for a full day of basketball here at Carver Arena, topped off with what we expect to be a very exciting state championship game in Class 4A. Here's the whole day, in case you're wondering how we're going to do this. Well, we got Hillcrest and Lanphier coming up next here. They're about to tip in about 6 minutes or so, and we'll get set for Peoria Central and North Chicago coming up next, with Peoria Central making its 9th appearance in the state championship game, and North Chicago trying to take home the state title for the first time in county history up in Lake County. Bloom Township and Auburn will be the appetizer, and a good one at that, before Simeon and Proviso East, a matchup everyone at least up north has been talking about for a long time. So we have basketball coming up this afternoon. Class 3A to decide. Our third place game is coming up next. It's Hillcrest and Lanphier. Jayon Troutman and Larry Austin take to the floor one more time right here on the IHSA television network.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but instead, I'm saving the family some money.
Have your new driver take our online course. They'll become smarter drivers, and you can save up to 10% on Country Financial Auto Insurance.
Well, aced it.
Visit simplydrive.com.
From the gridiron to the hardwood, on the links or on the track, on the diamond or on the ice. Go to prepfilms.com. It's easy. You can order your DVD online. At prepfilms.com, you make the memories. We'll make them last forever.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but instead, I'm saving the family some money.
Have your new driver take our online course. They'll become smarter drivers, and you can save up to 10% on Country Financial Auto Insurance.
Well, aced it.
Visit simplydrive.com.
Bring out the action hero in you. Fuel up right and get energized. Part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
"7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
IHSA Network Basketball is presented by Country Financial. What's your idea of financial security? Visit countryfinancial.com and we'll help you achieve financial security no matter where you're starting from. Disappointing day on Friday afternoon for the Lions of Lanphier, #1 in the state, getting knocked off by North Chicago. For Hillcrest, they just couldn't hang with Peoria Central, so these two teams will square off next for our third place game in Class 3A. And for the call, let's send it over to Leland and Gregory. Gentlemen.
All right, Matthew, thank you very much. And Greg Sterick, this is kind of the gut check game. These two teams lost yesterday. Their hopes of a state title dashed. They got to get back to what got them here.
Well, when you look at Lanphier in the ball game yesterday, they really get things done when their defense creates some instant offense. In the second half, they shoot 29% after having an 11-point lead in intermission, and they fell to North Chicago in that ball game.
We take a look at our players for today's game. Our key players, first for Hillcrest, Jalen Loving.
when you talk about Jalen Love, and here's a guy that can really step out and knock down shots from the outside. He was perfect from the floor, 6 of 6, had a big ball game, 16 points and 6 rebounds. You see him stepping out and knocking down that three-point shot, but he also can finish at the basket very, very well.
On the other side for Lanphier, Larry Austin Jr., one of the top sophomores in the state.
He was outstanding. He's a great slasher. He drives it to the basket, hits a little floater in the lane area. In the ball game, he had 19 points and 7 rebounds, and nice finish there once again at the rim. He had a spectacular ball game yesterday.
Here's a look at the road to the Final Four for the Hillcrest Hawks. Not really tested in the regional and the sectional semifinal. They beat Providence Catholic. And then it was a win over Morgan Park. DuSable, a close game in the super sectional where they blew a lead, and they lost to Peoria High yesterday. For the Lanphier Lions, they beat both of their hometown rivals. Very close game with Southeast. That was a 4-point game with just a couple of minutes to go. MacArthur and Champaign Central fall in the sectionals. They beat East St. Louis in a classic game and lost to North Chicago in a streaky game yesterday. For Lanphier, they're trying to add, they'll take home a trophy and add to a storied tradition that is Lanphier basketball.
Well, you know, when I first got the job, I kept telling them, I said, you know, guys, you're not going to go to many gyms where you walk in and you see this kind of history and this kind of tradition. I said, so you come from really great stock. So you need to know that, you need to believe in it.
And Chuck Shanklin should know. He learned about the Lanphier tradition the hard way. He's a Southeast grad, one of their arch rivals. Let's go to Paul Herzog and meet today's starting lineups for our Class 3A third place game here in downtown Peoria.
Good evening, good afternoon, basketball fans. On behalf of the Illinois High School Association and the City of Peoria, welcome to America's original March Madness. This third place game for 3A for 2012 features the Springfield Lanphier Lions, a record of 28-4, and Country Club Hillcrest Hawks, 26-6. Let's meet the starting lineups. At a forward for Lanphier, a 6'2 senior, 21, Aaron Powers. At a forward for Hillcrest, a 6'5 senior, 14, Jayon Troutman. The other forward for the Lions, a 6'1 senior, 23, Everett Clemens. The other forward for the Hawks, a 6'3 senior, 24, Virgil Fleming. Third forward for Lanphier, a 6'7 senior, 50, Chris Wallace. At center for Hillcrest, a 6'6 senior, 42, Jalen Loving. At a guard for Lanphier, a 5'8 senior, number 1, Jalen Brigady. And a guard for Hillcrest, a 6'1 senior, 12, Brent Buchanan. The other guard for the Lions, a 6'1 sophomore, number 2, Larry Austin. And the other guard for the Hawks, a 6'1 junior, 32, Jovan Mooring. Head coach in 4 years at Springfield Lanphier, a record of 68-45, is Chuck Shanklin. Head coach in 5 years at Hillcrest, a record of 114-33, Don Houston.
There you have it, the starters for the Hillcrest Hawks and for the Lanphier Lions. Our officials are Nick Cladis, Johnny Garcia, and Craig Button, and we are just about ready to get underway here at Carver Arena. Back right after this.
Just a reminder that kids who participate in high school sports tend to go a little farther than those who don't.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
And today's game ball presentation brought to us by Beals Cleaners as we get ready to start here in our third place game. Lanphier and Hillcrest. Chuck Shanklin said after yesterday's game that his team just flat out didn't rebound. That's part of the problem for his team in yesterday's loss. As for Don Houston and Hillcrest, they just didn't shoot it very well, and Central defense had quite a bit to do with that.
Yeah, they went cold in the second and third quarters, and when they weren't making shots, they got away from their solid defensive play.
Chuck Shanklin, fourth season, 68 and 45. One of his assistants, Preston Snar, a Peoria Richwood graduate whose father was a longtime baseball coach. So a homecoming for one of the Lanphier assistants who did some grad assistant work for Dale Brown at LSU back in the day. We tip things off. Peoria High will play for a state championship coming up next. We've got third place action first, and right off the tip, Jayon Troutman scores for Hillcrest. Lanphier comes the other way. Once play gets started, I think the disappointment of yesterday pretty much is gone.
Oh, a nice follow-away shot right there.
A.J. Powers with the bucket for the Lions, and we're tied.
Yeah. Powers only scored 1 point yesterday. 2-2-1 press, the zone press by Lanphier as they open up the ball game. Very active out of that press.
Jovan Mooring 0 for 8 from the floor yesterday, 0 for 5 from three-point range. He misses his first attempt here. He is the leading scorer for Hillcrest.
Yeah, really struggled shooting the ball yesterday.
Brigady for Lanphier. And it comes out to Larry Austin Jr., the highly touted sophomore. This is Everett Clemens, senior.
Clemens with 11 points in the ball game yesterday, also cleaned up 8 rebounds.
Austin Jr. into the lane, tough shot for him.
Yeah, really not a good shot. He's getting himself in the lane, but has to find a way to finish in that lane area. That was a difficult shot. Credit Hillcrest out of their defense. They throw a lot of different defensive sets at you. They changed defenses 3 or 4 times in the ball game yesterday.
Brent Buchanan with the take to the hoop, and he's fouled on the way there. We'll go to the line. First foul of the game.
Good look on the inside. Fleming looks, a nice back cut that time by Buchanan. Gets himself all the way to the rim and fouled on the play. Going to get 2 opportunities.
66% free thrower Brent Buchanan.
Had 3 points in the ball game yesterday, but played a very, very solid floor game.
Kyle Oden is out today for Hillcrest. And Copeland will be wearing his number 20, we were told. Christopher Copeland will be number 20 today for Hillcrest. 4-2. Lanphier 28-4 now after the loss yesterday to North Chicago. Ranked number 1 in the final AP season poll.
Don't see many zones like the zone that Hillcrest is playing. It's really a 1-1-3 zone.
Very active zone. Baseline jumper, A.J. Powers off the mark. Hillcrest quickly the other way. Thought they had Troutman maybe for an alley-oop, but they take it in the lane and draw a foul instead. T.J. Davis will check in now for Lanphier, number 5.
Virgil Fleming right there, just in the open floor, looks the dish. A nice dish on the play. Troutman fouled on the play. Troutman a good ball game yesterday, 13 points, 5 rebounds in the ball game.
4 steals to go along with that as well. He had himself a very good game.
You know, they're going to miss Oden in this ball game if he's not able to play. I mean, he played 26 minutes in the ball game yesterday and had 6 points in the game. Struggled shooting the basketball, 1 of 10, but he did a nice job as their floor leader in that ball game yesterday. So we'll probably see Virgil Fleming play a few more minutes today.
The Hawks perfect at the line now, 4 of 4. Lanphier starting the game 1 of 6 from the field and get their first bucket of the game there. Clemens with the basket.
Zone pressure defense once again. Hillcrest having some problems. Challenge.
Second bucket of the game, I should say. When you're 1 of 6, that's 1, and then you add 1, and that's 2. Davis tries to drive. Good hands by the Hawks defensively. Lance Boozer, number 33, into the ball game now for Lanphier.
Davis in the ball game for Larry Austin Jr. He's left and gone into the locker room. Maybe an ankle injury, or we'll have to find that out, Lee. But he's definitely left the bench. And you talk about Davis, what a ball game he had as a 6-man off of the bench yesterday. Had 15 points for Lanphier.
Scotty Wallace. Listed as Chris on the roster, but they call him Scotty. And we've got a jump ball. It will be Lanphier possession when we come back. Larry Austin Jr. back in the locker room. His team trails it by 2.
Jane goes to school from 7:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then must go to softball practice from 3:45 to 6 p.m., followed by jazz practice from 6:30 to 9 p.m. What are you doing between 3:45 and 9?
A recent survey of Fortune 500 executives showed that 95% participated in activities while in high school. So don't just go to school, go beyond with the IHSA.
The Illinois High School Association. Challenge yourself.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you are really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Our Realtor.com trivia question, more of a statement actually. Name the IHSA basketball teams with 5 championships. Let you think on that one for a little bit. They are names that should be familiar to all good IHSA basketball fans. There's the Lanphier Lion in the house.
Lanphier off to a slow start shooting the basketball. Only 2 of 8 from the floor. Hillcrest with an early lead, but they've only put up 3 shots and they've made 1 field goal.
Hillcrest comes up with a steal. That's Fleming. And he gives it ahead to Buchanan for the layup.
Hillcrest very, very active here earlier in the ball game out of their different defensive sets, letting their defense get them some instant offense.
A couple of field goals, 4 for 4 at the line. They lead at 8-4. Here's Wallace from the elbow. Davis, the rebound, gives it inside. Lance Boozer, the 6'4" senior with the bucket.
Kept it alive, second chance opportunity for Lanphier. They get a lot of shots, and they really crash those offensive boards to give them some extra opportunities.
Boozer 10.7 rebounds in yesterday's game. Jalen Loving from way outside. He runs down the long rebound. Another chance for Hillcrest. They lead it here by 2. They're 26-6 coming into today's game. Troutman to miss. Boozer the rebound.
With Troutman and Loving out there, they get good shots on the wing. Well, Lanphier just careless with the basketball.
Davis picks up the foul. It'll be a 2-shot foul for Virgil Fleming, who's had his hands on the ball quite a bit. He's kind of hanging around there in the lane and picked off a couple of passes at least already.
Tried to look off that defender, but he had his mind made up to take it to the rack, and that's what he did. Got fouled on the play, and Fleming an opportunity to get to that charity stripe.
Only 49% for the 6'3" senior. Had a bit of a tough shooting day yesterday, 3 for 11 from the floor, 7 points against Peoria High. And Larry Austin Jr. comes back into the lineup. So that's good news for Lanphier.
Hillcrest got to the line 18 times in yesterday's ball game, 11 of 18 from the stripe in their loss yesterday.
is Christopher Copeland. He was wearing number 22 yesterday. He'll wear number 20 today. Kyle Oden out with an injury. We don't have any more information on it than that. Hillcrest playing a little short-handed in this one.
Larry Austin Jr. really running gingerly on that right foot. Looks like that right foot's bothering him.
Well, I'd take about 50 or 60% of Larry Austin Jr., wouldn't you?
Well, they needed to get him back into the lineup because they've struggled. The offense has been stagnant here in the first quarter.
Inside, Boozer can't get it to drop, but he'll go to the line.
Boozer's got good size at 6'4", about 220. He's a senior, doesn't do a lot of scoring for him, but he does work the glass hard. He came into the tournament averaging five rebounds per ball game.
He's headed to Division II Southwest Minnesota to play football. Middle linebacker for the Lions. Lanphier beat East St. Louis in a very competitive super sectional final to get here to Peoria.
Lanphier came into this tournament ranked as the #1 team in the state.
Jovan Mooring's
just can't
tough
find a
shooting
bucket.
continues.
Just can't find a bucket.
Yeah. Clemens tries to find space and can't. And a foul on Clemens. You see that so often, especially in younger players.
Frustration foul?
Yeah.
Call those frustration fouls. I think that's where you were going with that. And Clemens attacks, but he hadn't really showed us much in terms of that mid-range game that everybody talked about. He's a first-team All-Stater, averages 19 points per ball game.
Had a very quiet 11 points, I thought, yesterday. Didn't have much of an impact in that ball game. Buchanan for three. His 20th three of the year.
Shoots 33% on the year. Spotted up there, knocked down that three nicely. Shoulder squared. A picture-perfect jumper from behind the three-point line.
Chuck Shanklin calls timeout as he doesn't want to see this one get away from him.
Good look there at Brent Buchanan as he knocks down that outside jumper, a three-point shot. 6'1", 170 senior. Good ball rotation, good follow through. Nothing but net.
So three at the next level. He was way out there.
With the two Lions out there on the floor, some might think the back line's the three-point line, but not for high school. You look at three-point field goals, and Hillcrest 1 of 3, and Springfield Lanphier yet to score from behind the three-point line.
Plenty of basketball coming your way here today at Carver Arena in downtown Peoria. There you get a look at those lines. The black line is the high school three-point mark. We've got Peoria High and North Chicago coming up next. 4A action tonight. Proviso East and Simeon for the state championship. Looking forward to that ball game tonight.
Lanphier really looks for two guys to do a lot of scoring. Larry Austin Jr. and they also look for Everett Clemens. And in the ball game yesterday, Larry Austin Jr. with 19 points and Clemens with 11. Those two guys combined for 30, but they're off to a slow start here in the first quarter. And those two guys really need to get on their offensive game a little bit.
Brigady the long three. Davis rebound. The little fella throws it up, won't go. Tipped, won't go. And it'll be Hillcrest ball. No lack of effort that trip by Lanphier, but nothing to show for it.
Larry Austin Jr. just not real quick with the basketball, having some difficulty running. And then grimacing as he runs back down the floor. He's just not 100% in this ball game.
Injured very early in this third place game.
See Lanphier a man-to-man defense. Got to find the three-point shooters of Hillcrest.
Jovan Mooring still looking for his first field goal of the Final Four. He will go to the line to shoot free throws instead on the drive there.
Well, you like the way that play was set up. The floor was spread nicely, and it was a kick to the wing, and a good look by Buchanan. It looked like Jovan Mooring just slipped a screen there and went quick to the basket, and a good find by Buchanan. Mooring at the line, see if he can knock down a couple of free throws.
Honorable mention All-Stater, averages just over 15 points a game, getting some Division II interest as both coaches go to their bench a little bit here.
Usually the team that plays in this third, fourth game with the most energy and enthusiasm comes away with a win. And so far here in the first quarter, all the energy and intensity has been by Hillcrest, not much by Springfield Lanphier yet.
And a turnover Lanphier, their last field goal came at the 4:15 mark, so a long dry spell for Lanphier. They went through one of those droughts yesterday, a 19-2 run against Peoria High.
Yeah, they're shooting 23%. And they're very careless with the basketball here in the first quarter.
Excuse me, North Chicago. Here's Mooring trying to create. Tip and good for Jalen Loving.
Yeah, that's the guy I like. He really works hard on the offensive glass.
His first points of the ball game. Davis will go to the line for the three-point play. Lanphier getting a little offense now.
And getting in the open floor. As Davis able to get out in the open floor for a little guy, this guy can really finish at the rim. A good finish that time by Davis, only 5'8", 130 pounds, but really has a nose for getting himself to the basket and finishes really strong at the basket.
Missed the free throw. He started about the first 3 quarters of the season. He's been coming off the bench lately for Lanphier and had a real nice game yesterday. 15 points, 4 assists, 7 steals in the loss to North Chicago. Under a minute to go now, first quarter. And foul on Austin will be his first. That bucket by Davis ended an 8-0 run by the Hawks.
When you look at Jovan Mooring, their top scorer at right at 16 per ball game, only 2 points yesterday, and those came at the foul line. And the guy just didn't. He got some good looks yesterday, just couldn't knock down shots. And in this ball game, looks like he's looking to distribute a little more than trying to find his shot.
And Don Houston says he's a streaky shooter. He's got crazy range, but unable to find that range here in Peoria. I think they got Austin again. That'll be his second.
Austin's just not as quick in the ball game. I mean, he's just not moving as well laterally and keeping the basketball out in front of him. There's Mooring on the drive, and you just see Austin reach in with the hands and not move his feet. Picked up his second personal foul, and in the ball game after spending some time in the locker room in the first half. Larry Austin Jr. has not scored here in the first quarter.
Mooring back at the line. Yeah, we didn't see how he got injured. He came out of there pretty quickly, and there he sits in front of the trainer for Lanphier.
He's untying his shoe once again. He went to the locker room, and usually when you untie that shoe and starting to take that shoe off, that's a sign that the trainer is searching for some ice to put on an ankle or on your foot.
Mooring perfect at the line. Back to a 10-point lead for Hillcrest. Desmond Trapp into the ball game for Hillcrest. Taylor Adway, number 52, is in there also. We didn't see either one of those young men yesterday. Also in there for the first time this weekend, Devin Harrison, number 10.
Hillcrest just making it difficult for Lanphier to get anything done out of a half-court offense. It's all dribble, drive, and just attack the basket. Not a lot of passing. The spacing not good early in this quarter for Lanphier either. And Hillcrest has dominated really on both sides of the ball here in the first quarter.
And you can see some frustration being displayed out there for Lanphier. They're not used to this kind of thing happening to them.
Lanphier just really needs to find another gear because it's been a lot of slow motion here on both ends, offensively and defensively.
Desmond Trapp is a 6'2" junior. Missed the second. Wallace the rebound. Clemens can't get it to go. A lot of contact, no whistle for Lanphier, and they trail it. It's an 11-point Hillcrest lead. Lanphier trailing, and with arguably their best player on the bench, nursing an ankle injury.
How come an insurance company thinks 15 minutes is enough time to do a good job? How come
insurance companies tell me how much I can save
before they even know what I need?
How
come nobody gives me a financial plan?
I can understand?
Country Financial does. Your Country representative can help protect what you have now and prepare for the future.
Somebody who knows retirement planning and insurance.
No kidding.
At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
11-point lead for Hillcrest and the Hawks here at Carver Arena for our third place game. Matt Littlewold with you here. Talk about Larry Austin. We've been concerned about his injured ankle. Talking to some of the people on the Springfield Lanphier bench, apparently this is an injury that happened in yesterday's semifinal loss to North Chicago, and it just continues to get worse and worse, and they're trying to figure out why it continues to get worse. Also, some of the things that we've been concerned about here at Carver Arena the last couple of days is the weather conditions outside have been very warm, and something that the ice hasn't been able to handle all that well. But the staff here at Carver Arena seems to be pretty comfortable with the moisture and keeping it off the floor at this time.
I'll tell you what, Matt, that was a problem at the shoot-around Thursday, but they have done a really nice job. If you watch NCAA basketball last night in St. Louis, where it's even more humid than it is here, they had a lot of trouble down there at the arena.
Yeah, it's always an issue when the weather gets like this. The only way to, in my opinion, and in my judgment, in terms to take care of the humidity, is just crank up the air conditioning.
And they've done that in here. They've done that in here. That's why I'm still wearing my coat. They've done a nice job. Here's a look at our first quarter stats, rather. Hillcrest not shooting it all that well, Greg, but they lead this game.
Yeah, they're 4 of 10, and on the other side, Lanphier at 4 of 17. So both ball clubs with teams with 4 field goals. The free throw line's been good to Hillcrest. They've scored 10 points at the line, and Lanphier is not marked at the charity stripe. That's the difference.
Lanphier awfully frustrated. They just need to get back to playing their basketball. You know, Lanphier basketball. Mooring, or check that, Loving.
That's the guy that was so good yesterday. He's got the whole package. He can step out and shoot the three. Loves the rebound. Gets to the foul line.
14-2 run now for Hillcrest. Lanphier suffered through a 19-2 run yesterday against North Chicago. Hillcrest throws that one away. Here's your guy.
Oh, I like the way he was able to square up. And Buchanan looks. It's a penetrating pitch. Right there, Loving just spotted up behind the three-point line. Knocks down the three-pointer.
Good touch for a big guy. 6'6", 175. He was a sophomore on Hillcrest State Championship game a couple of years ago. Inside, Clemens can't get it.
Loving cleaning up on the defensive board. Loving shoots 40% from three-point range. He can post up.
And there's Virgil Fleming from outside.
A little surprised that Lanphier hadn't used a timeout. That's the only way to stop momentum. When a team gets on a run, you got to be able to use your timeouts.
He called one in the first quarter, but that run has continued here in the second.
Dude, everything's out on the perimeter.
Boozer wants it inside. Gives to Clemens, has it stripped away, but he's fouled.
Brigady, a nice look on the inside. Little left-hand point guard of Lanphier. Good look on the inside. Boozer, a nice little drop pass to Clemens. He's fouled on the play. He tried to finish.
Another Clemens, 69% free thrower. First team All-Stater, but he has struggled mightily here. In the semifinals yesterday, he did manage 11 points.
Coach Shanklin working his bench, trying to find some kind of a spark off of that bench, especially on the offensive end.
3 for Clemens. He ends that 16-2 run for Hillcrest.
Illinois, get it back out.
I think they're a little more aggressive defensively on this possession.
Troutman has no luck. The follow high off the glass for Loving. Here come the Lions, quickly ahead to Brigady. He draws the foul and he'll go to the line. So Lanphier trying to get to the line a little bit here too.
Yeah, that's more Lanphier's game. Get out in the open floor and try and get something done in the open floor and find a way to get to the free throw line. Brigady, nice opportunity to try and finish the play, but for Lanphier, your defense has got to create some offense, and you got to get rebounds and look to run. And so far here in the first quarter and also the beginning of the second quarter here, it's been all on the half court. They need something in the open floor.
Brigady's a 5'8" senior. He struggled through some poor shooting games. Just 1 of 6 from three-point range against East St. Louis. 2 of 6 behind the arc yesterday. 2 of 9 overall. He is, however, a 91% free thrower on the year. And even that is betraying the Lions here today. (24-10) Hillcrest. Buchanan off the glass. Nice move by the 6'1" senior.
Yeah, you never know who's going to step up, but it's been Buchanan here for Hillcrest with 9 points.
Here's Brigady in the lane again. Hard off the glass, no good. Clemens runs down the rebound. He'll give to Brigady. Free throw jumper is good.
Lanphier really needs some stops on the defensive end and try and create some turnovers and get some more easy looks.
Boy, what a move by Virgil Fleming. Don Houston says he's our best defender, our toughest defender, but he made a great move there. And now it's Clemens drawing a foul at the other end.
He's having an opportunity to get a little more playing time. The fact that Oden's not going to be able to play today. And you see Fleming, Fleming just looking to pick spots. He takes that through, what, 3 or 4 of excuse me, Lanphier's players. And Fleming off the bounce gets all the way to the basket. Hillcrest, a very balanced basketball club, and different guys seem to step up and make shots. Very impressed with the play here early in this game of Brent Buchanan.
Clemens splits the free throws.
Loving cleans up for his 6th rebound in the ball game.
Lanphier shooting 22% as a team, and they're only 3 of 9 at the line. So it's not good either place. (15-point) Hillcrest lead. Lanphier ranked #1 in that AP poll, the final poll of the season, but they haven't shown it so far here this weekend. Really struggled here on this floor. An illegal screen against the Hawks, so Lanphier looking for any kind of positives here. It was actually a travel call.
Hey, where you going? You can't get by me. I'm #1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm #1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am a king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
So, what's it gonna be?
We could ride bikes. Skating? Movies. Zoo? Whatever you guys want to do.
Can we just do this?
Yeah. We could just do this.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
The Hillcrest Hawks wearing a patch on their uniforms with initials RR. That stands for Ryan Royal, the only returning all-conference player for Hillcrest. He was killed in a shooting after a birthday party in June. Jayon Troutman was a teammate with him. Random gunfire outside a local banquet hall type facility. And Ryan Royal was shot and killed. And Troutman says, we're out here every day playing for him, just doing what he knew we could do. These guys have been playing for him all season, and there were it was pretty quiet in the hallway outside their locker room yesterday. They had been thinking all along that they would win a state championship for their fallen teammate. Now they're just trying to go out with a win in their final game here today. They lead it here by 15. Lanphier looking to get something going offensively. Davis tosses it right into the teeth of that zone, and Brigady, a little heads-up defensive play at midcourt, drawing the foul on Brett Buchanan.
Yeah, Buchanan, when he catches the ball, he's looking back the other way, and the defensive guy is able to slip in there, and Buchanan takes the charge. And Lanphier finding a little life, playing a little bit tougher on the defensive end. Coach Shanklin utilizing his bench, trying to get some guys, some fresh legs in there.
Larry Austin Jr. back in the ball game, struggling with an ankle or foot injury. He's almost standing on his toe.
It's almost like it's a foot, not necessarily his ankle.
Right. Yeah, it looked like he was icing the bottom of his foot. Here comes Buchanan. Boy, it looked like he walked. Here comes Austin Jr. the other way. Boy, in pain, you could tell he grimaced as he drove to the bucket. What a gutsy play by Larry Austin Jr. for his first basket of the game.
That's what Lanphier's missing. Somebody can finish in the open floor, and Larry Austin Jr. is the guy. Was tremendous in the ball game yesterday in the open floor.
Outraced everybody, even on a bad foot. Buchanan for three, airballed that one.
There's my guy, Loving, all over
a pass.
That's my guy, though, Loving, all over the offensive boards with a stick back.
He's got 7.
Difficulty running on that right foot. Possibly a foot injury, and not necessarily an ankle, but running very gingerly on that. And
yeah, almost like a heel injury.
Maybe the ball of his foot. Could be the ball of his foot, the way he's we've touched on all parts of that guy's ankle. How about let's just saying it's a foot injury.
Dr. Sterick with the diagnosis. That'll be $100. Clemens at the line makes his first free throw.
For me to tell him it's a foot injury, huh?
That's right. Ice it. Look at him get up. Yeah, I'll take him hurt. Thanks.
Yeah, but just didn't want to come down, did he, on that right foot, though? But good rebound and a good finish by Larry Austin Jr. They really need his offensive production.
And the thing you forget about him, Greg, he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, he's got such a, he's long. He's already got a good body on him.
Penetrate and give down low, and a foul will go against Lanphier.
Let's see who the foul is going to be. It could be Larry Austin Jr.
Delmon Brame into the ball game for Hillcrest.
Foul was on Boozer, not Larry Austin Jr. The battle was on the inside. Austin Jr. got the basketball, but he was hammered on the play by number 33, Lance Boozer. Well, it was a battle inside. Good work there by Hillcrest on the glass. Delmon Brame goes to the line on the year, 48% from that charity stripe, 14 of 29 coming into the tournament.
6'6" junior. Wants to make it a 14-point Hillcrest lead and does.
Yeah, showed a nice touch on that second free throw.
Austin Jr. in the lane, fouled, and he'll go to the line. Already got offers from Illinois, Bradley, DePaul, Memphis, Missouri, Kentucky, Kansas State, and Tennessee are starting to show interest too on young Larry Austin Jr.
Nice touch at the free throw line. Once again, he's a driver and he's a slasher. Really needs to work on that outside three-point shot. I mean, not real good behind the three-point line, but he's got the rest of the package, and repetition is what makes shooters better. Needs to spend a lot of time working, knocking down that three-point shot.
Chuck Shanklin says he plays at a higher speed than most young players his age.
And as he advances, and when he's a senior, college scouts are going to look at him because he's going to have some good size. And he's going to be a really good two guard to play out on the wing, so he's going to have to be able to knock down shots.
Hillcrest a 12-point lead. We're under a minute to go now here in the first half. The Hawks have led by as many as 16. They were state champs 2 years ago. Lanphier making its first appearance here at state since 2002 as the Hawks turn it over. So a little bit of Lanphier momentum here, Greg.
Yeah, I think you can see a little momentum shift where they're getting it done, though. They picked it up on the defensive end and made things a little more difficult for Hillcrest. Things on the offensive end were pretty easy for Hillcrest early.
Davis gives to Boozer, can't get it to fall. Austin tracks it down, takes it back, throws it off the glass. Davis takes it away. He shoots the three, and it's short. Flurry of offense for Lanphier, but no points.
Hillcrest a chance to attack.
Copeland gives it inside to Desmond Trapp, and he's fouled. 19.3 to go in the quarter. That's 2 on Boozer.
Yeah, Copeland, a nice dish right there on the to the play on the inside. Hillcrest just really likes to attack before Lanphier's defense gets back. A little smile out of Trapp as he has problems with his first free throw.
Little air ball action there.
Hillcrest opportunities, though, to get to that stripe. They've been there 16 times.
Never touched the rim with either free throw.
Hillcrest a +7 at the free throw line.
Briggity. One of those circus shots he's kind of well known for around Lanphier. Austin blocked. Boozer knocked it away. Here's the long attempt with plenty of time on the clock. I think Desmond Trapp was the one that shot that. I think he thought the time was about to run out. He had actually 5 seconds left.
Yeah, he had really had plenty of time to take 4 or 5 dribbles and get himself a decent shot.
Briggity! Oh! Well, a little life from Lanphier in the latter stages of the second quarter, but Hillcrest in command halfway through our 3A third place game here in downtown Peoria.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but instead, I'm saving the family some money.
Have your new driver take our online course. They'll become smarter drivers, and you can save up to 10% on Country Financial Auto Insurance.
Well, aced it.
Visit simplydrive.com.
From the gridiron to the hardwood, on the links or on the track, on the diamond or on the ice. Go to prepfilms.com. It's easy. You can order your DVD online. At prepfilms.com, you make the memories. We'll make them last forever.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but instead, I'm saving the family some money.
Have your new driver take our online course. They'll become smarter drivers, and you can save up to 10% on Country Financial Auto Insurance.
Well, aced it.
Visit simplydrive.com.
When life's this hard, it's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school. When life's this hard, it's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school.
IHSA Network Halftime is presented by Realtor.com. Realtor.com's real estate search app makes researching neighborhoods and finding homes for sale easy. Download it for your smartphone in your market or at Realtor.com/mobile. 13-point lead for Hillcrest here at halftime of our Class 3A third place game. Don Houston, Buchanan playing well, and you're getting to the free throw line.
Brent's been playing pretty well for us all year. We've been telling the guys to make sure they attack the basket. I'm just happy with the way the guys bounced back after yesterday. They took yesterday's loss pretty hard, but they came back out tonight, and they're showing a lot of character with how hard they're playing.
Yeah, how hard was it to turn around after yesterday's emotional loss and then to see a state championship dream kind of disappear and then to play another game like you have so far today?
It's hard, but like I said, we've been sticking together all year through adversity, so we stick together after that loss, and we come back and we play strong the way we've been playing. Hopefully we can get to third place.
Okay, Coach, congratulations on a wonderful season and best of luck here in the second half. Head coach Don Houston of Hillcrest with a 13-point lead, shaved down a little bit, but they're still in control here in our third place game.
There he is.
I love staying here. How long have you lived here?
A long time. You know, your mother grew up here.
I'm gonna have a house like this when I grow up.
I hope so, buddy. I hope so.
For the first time in generations, the dream of home ownership is being threatened. Realtors, members of the National Association of Realtors, are here to represent you and protect home ownership.
When life's this hard, it's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school.
Hi, my name's CJ. A few years ago, my father became seriously ill. I did what I could do before he passed, but it took its toll. I lost my job, my house. I'm getting back on my feet, but I don't know when there'll be food on the table. How'd I do, CJ?
We could be twins.
Well, cousins, maybe.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Nice. Yes, go! Yes! No! Come on! Oops. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Let's go.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy.
Works every time.
Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
Hawks with a 13-point lead at the break of our Class 3A third place game. That's the band from Lincoln Park High School, the Lions. Lots of Lions here this weekend. One on the floor right now. Take a look at the highlights. They're the ones trailing by 13 points, and Hillcrest using the balanced effort of Grant Buchanan, 3 for 6. He had his first 3 shots and leads the way with 9 points, leading all scorers. 7 points for Jalen Loving, who also has 10 rebounds, and 7 for Virgil Fleming as well. And this has been the storyline with Larry Austin Jr. and his ankle, apparently injured yesterday, trying to give it a go as much as he can, but he's had some trouble with the push-off. And for Lanphier trying to use others to get involved in this one. With Lance Boozer, you saw his bucket there. Here's Austin trying to drive into the lane there. You can see the explosiveness is just not there for the sophomore sensation who's getting all sorts of looks around the country. Take a look at your statistics, team-wise. You can see the shooting difference, the huge disparity in favor of the Hawks. Free throws, the Hawks have been able to get to the free throw line quite a bit, and they've been able to score on those turnovers. Rebounds pretty even, and the points in the paint are pretty even. But the score is not. It is Hillcrest in charge, a 33-20 lead at the break. Don't forget our 3A title game coming up at 2 o'clock.
I'm Matt DeBlock, a fourth-generation family farmer from Aledo, Illinois. Family farmers like me are a lot like you, but we still have to earn your trust every day. Growing the best and safest food we can raise, treating our animals with respect and care, and protecting the world we live in. All of that makes me a lot like you, and a lot like the 94% of Illinois farmers who are family farmers.
Hey, my name's Katie and I'm in the 9th grade. I'm an A average student and I'm an athlete working towards a scholarship. And everybody tells me how much potential I have. But I just wish someone would tell me where my next meal is coming from. Katie, how'd I do?
Do you have to be so serious?
Well, I mean, I did like a crazy dance in a movie if you want me to like, you know, do a little, no.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
All right, guys, we gotta be smarter about what we bite on, okay? I want everyone to go outside. We're gonna run Red Rover on 3.
What about you, Tony?
I'm gonna run around in circles, flatten my arms, and make engine noises like this.
When it comes to playing, we kids are the pros.
We're eating right, too.
We fuel up.
To play 60!
If your school doesn't have a program, be a leader. Start one.
Click today and join the movement.
When life's this hard, it's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school.
Just about to start the second half here. Lanphier with a 13-point deficit. Chuck Shanklin struggled in the first half, and Larry's been hurt. What happened with him?
Bruised heel, but he's fine.
Struggling to get push on it, but what's everyone else have to do to get involved in this one?
Well, you know, the thing is we just got off to a slow start. We'll be fine. I think we'll come out with a little bit more intensity in the second half and make it a game, and hopefully we'll come out with the win.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Head coach Chuck Shanklin of Springfield. Lanphier, Lee and Greg.
All right, Matt Rodewald, thank you very much. Well, you were correct in your diagnosis. Dr. Sterick with the foot injury. For Lanphier, you know, you look at the shooting, and there's several different players who haven't shot it well. And is that shot selection? Is that forcing? Any thoughts there? What they can do differently?
Well, I think you have to credit the way Hillcrest was able to play on the defensive end. They really didn't give Lanphier any easy shots. Lanphier's a team that has to score in transition. They had to play a lot on the half court. Clemens and also Larry Austin Jr. are their go-to guys. They just aren't scoring in the numbers like they have. And but I think you have to credit Hillcrest. The way Hillcrest started the ball game, they raced out to that early lead from the jump. They had the energy and the enthusiasm. They had a big lead, 11-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Lanphier, they went to work in the second quarter, a little more aggressive on the defensive end, and they've made it a ball game. But it was a slow start by Lanphier, and that's really been the difference here. And Hillcrest has been able to build their lead.
And you talk about a team that makes offense from defense. Lanphier has scored 0 points off turnovers in the first half of this ball game. It's Hillcrest with the lead here at halftime in our 3A third place game. Third quarter action coming your way next.
Hey, great party. Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well. This is well done. No. That's medium well.
What?
Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned. That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
My name is Fernanda. I'm the wife of a teacher. Budget cuts affected my husband's salary, so I'm picking up some part-time work. We're doing everything we can to make sure our kids eat today. Tomorrow, I just don't know. Fernanda, how'd I do?
Well, I usually fold the underwear first.
I meant the acting, but good to know.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Back at Carver Arena for America's original March Madness. We've still got 16 minutes to decide our 3A third place game. Hillcrest and Springfield Lanphier. Up next, it's the Peoria Central Lions taking on North Chicago for the 3A title. And we've got 4A action here tonight. Bloom Township and Auburn for third place in 4A, followed by the highly anticipated Simeon and Proviso East. Matt Rodewald has been dreaming about that game for the last 4 weeks. He's been talking about it here on the IHSA TV network. He wanted to see it. He thought we'd see it, and we're going to see it tonight.
Well, Simeon at 32-1, and of course Proviso East, they have yet to lose a ball game this year. It's a matchup that everybody's anticipated, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
There's the Peoria High Lions, some of them rocking it here today, getting ready to get going. There's Trey Kellum in the back row, Kevin Jordan. They look pretty upset. They look pretty tight, don't they? Very disturbed by the enormity of it all. Boy, that's a loose bunch as they get ready to play for the state championship. And there's Larry Austin Jr. He's just got to be careful he doesn't land on that right heel. When I saw him icing, it reminded me of having plantar fasciitis. You have that heel pain, and he does have that heel issue, and able to make something of it. He scored 6 points in some limited action there in the first half.
Yeah, he got 6 points, 2 of 6 from the floor, and got himself the foul line. He was able to knock down a couple of free throws, and then you look at Clemens, he was only 1 of 4. So those two guys combined for 3 of 10 shooting in the first half. They got to warm up just a little bit here in the third quarter, and Lanphier's got to really get after Hillcrest on the defensive end, try and get some easy baskets. It's just all about getting easy baskets for Lanphier, and they're just they didn't get any easy baskets and didn't get anything off of turnovers at all.
22% shooting for Lanphier in the first half. Hillcrest shooting 41%. They're trying to match the Hillcrest Lady Hawks. They brought home a third place trophy, I should say, a couple of weeks ago. Redbird Arena. Here's Mooring in transition for Hillcrest. Loving tracks it down. Buchanan takes it in the lane. He's fouled.
Buchanan very quiet in the ball game yesterday, but he's come out really looking to score the basketball and does a nice job moving without the basketball. A nice cut from Buchanan in the first half with 9 points, and he was 2 of 2 from the charity stripe and led all scorers in the first half.
Talked about Larry Austin's injury. That's his third foul, and we did mention Hillcrest playing without Kyle Oden, 5'10" junior guard today. He's out with an injury. So Buchanan picking it up in Oden's absence. Buchanan had 15 against Cicero Morton earlier this year. He's got 11, so close to a season high for him. Austin takes it into the lane and draws the foul. So Austin not losing any of his determination or aggressiveness with the sore heel. In the lane, Clemens gets a good look and gets the bucket.
Well, a good look, though, by Davis. The little guy set that up. A nice delivery by Davis.
Mooring tries to drive and dish and throws it out of bounds. He's had kind of a tough tournament, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a good player. He just, shots haven't fallen, and he's gotten away from the rest of his game. I think he's really let the fact that he didn't make shots bother him.
Davis to the hoop. Austin gets it up and in. Powers got the first rebound. Austin able to finish. He's got 8.
For a sophomore, he's strong and can finish at the basket.
He averages almost 5.5 rebounds a game. Here's a takeaway by T.J. Davis. Missed it. Clemens to follow. And a foul. Boy, Lanphier, even when they do get the good looks don't go in.
Davis, a nice job with the steal. He just a nice job picking the pocket of Buchanan on that play, back the other way. He kind of took a glance to see where the defender was. Instead of using his right hand, which he should have, he went with the left. There was no contact, and so he did not make the shot. He's a left-hander, but he needs to prove to us he can use that right hand too, doesn't he?
Everett Clemens, 4 of 7, now 5 of 8 at the line. His father, Rennie, played at Springfield Calvary and University of Illinois. Little 6-0 run here for Lanphier. It's the start of something, at least, for the Lions. They have it down now to a 9-point disadvantage. Deion Troutman turns into the lane, and he'll draw a foul, and it appears the foul is on A.J. Powers. And that's his third. Sends Troutman to the line. He had 13 points and 4 steals in yesterday's game against Peoria High. Troutman the miss, and Chuck Shanklin gets a warning from the officials after protesting that call.
Chuck Shanklin's been working the officials quite a bit in this ball game.
That's part of the game.
Yeah, right. The ball club's making a nice little run too. They are. Lanphier, nice little run.
And that's just what T.J. Davis did, a nice little run, called for travel. And it's got to be frustrating to have the season Lanphier's had and come here and struggle like you've never struggled before this year. And a good deal of that is due to the competition as well. Nice take that time by Copeland.
Not much defense there by Lanphier. No backside help at all. After Copeland beat the perimeter defense, he just got all the way to the basket.
His first bucket. Davis puts it on the floor, rolls it in.
He's got a good, quick first step, and once he got on that baseline, just blew by the defenders of Hillcrest.
Here's Mooring getting down the lane, but unable to finish. Austin in transition. Lost it out of bounds. It's off Hillcrest. It'll be Lanphier ball. Lions have it down to 10. They trailed by 13 at the break.
Hillcrest is, as a team, they really convert from offense to the defensive end very, very quickly. Zone defense by Hillcrest, looking to trap out of it.
We'll turn it over. Now Powers can't hang on to the pass. Runs it down in the corner. Briggity, the little guy, takes it inside. Nice give inside to Everett Clemens. And it's an 8-point game. Stop here would be huge for Lanphier. Mooring, long three.
He's been looking for that, hasn't he? He's been looking for that.
Well, that's all we heard all week was Jovan Mooring in his shooting range, 3+. He's pretty much, when he crosses half court, figures he's open. And that's the first field goal he's made this weekend. Nice little alley-oop. Clemens the lay-in.
Yeah, Briggity. Nice job finding Clemens on the on the back end of the zone defense by Hillcrest.
Clemens 6'1", but he got up for that one.
Well, Lanphier's starting to make shots, and they're really picking it up defensively.
Davis a little too close on defense. He picks up his second personal. Lanphier coming back. They've cut it from a 15-point deficit down to 9 midway through the third.
How come nobody told me about all the hidden costs
of cheap insurance?
How come?
How come insurance companies tell me how much I can save
before they even know what I need?
How come?
How come
nobody asked me what my idea
of retirement is?
Country Financial does. Your country representative can help protect what you have now and prepare for the future.
Somebody who knows retirement planning
and insurance.
I like that.
At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
You realize that 49 million Americans struggle with hunger? That's 1 out of every 6 Americans.
These people are around us every day. They're our friends, they're our coworkers, their kids go to school with our kids.
Sometimes we're not even aware that they're struggling. This problem is closer than you think. So is the solution.
Give a gift of meals to a family in need. Visit feedingamerica.org/giveameal today.
Our Realtor.com question: can you name the IHSA teams with 5 championship trophies? Peoria Manual and Simeon both with 5. Peoria High School, Proviso East will try to join that club with a win today. Simeon will try to have some say about that against Proviso East and go for their 6th title tonight. Peoria High School ready to take the floor here at Carver Arena. Champions in 08, 1977, 2003, and 2004.
Much different Lanphier team here in the third period. Been able to knock down some shots. 5 of 8 shooting the basketball here in the third quarter. The biggest lead for Hillcrest in the ball game was a 16-point lead, and all of a sudden Lanphier's been able to cut this lead down to 9. Still 4 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Everett Clemens has come alive here in the third quarter. 8 of his 13 points since halftime for number 23. And a legal screen will go against Hillcrest and Copeland. First personal on Christopher Copeland. And he's wearing number 20 today. Kyle Oden, who normally wears number 20, is out with an injury. Lanphier can cut further into this lead as Brigady, who is known for his circus shots, makes one there. Chuck Shanklin says, I've tried to challenge him to add some substance to his game. There's one of the circus shots we've been looking for.
Yeah, it was a very acrobatic shot that time by Brigady, able to get on the baseline. That first step is just so quick, and there was just no help. And he was able to make a circus shot.
And my favorite name in the tournament this week, Jalen Brigady.
And Mooring starting to heat up just a little bit. Back-to-back baskets by Mooring for Hillcrest.
They say he's streaky, and he's on a hot one now.
Clemens was taking that one right to the basket, and Mooring tried to get there and take the charge, but Clemens gets himself to the foul line. Clemens getting opportunities at that line, and much better free throw shooter than what he's showing here this afternoon. And for Clemens, that's now 6 of 10 from the charity stripe, 14 points.
9-point lead, Mooring a 3 and a long 2. And now a whistle against the Lions will go against Davis. And that'll be his 3rd. 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd. And it's Copeland at the line.
Hillcrest 18 of 22 from the foul line, and look on the other side for Lanphier, just 9 of 17.
Lanphier turns it over. Mooring's 3 off the mark that time. Loving the follow and the finish.
Loving gets himself another offensive rebound. 11 rebounds in the ball game, 9 points.
Austin Jr. gives inside. A.J. Powers will go to the line for free throws. Here's your guy again, Greg.
Oh, I like the way this guy plays on both sides of the floor. The shot goes up. It's a long 3, so it's a hard rebound. He tracks it down. Loving does. Strong back to the basket. Great job that time by Loving on the play, and then a nice dish on the inside. And Copeland just hammers Powers on the play, gets Powers to the line, and makes the first free throw.
Larry Austin Jr. comes out, nursing that sore right heel. A.J. Powers splits the free throws. It's an 11-point Hillcrest lead. Lanphier made a little run. Got back within 7, but they trail again by double digits. Driving the give inside to Jayon Troutman. 3 double-doubles on the year. Now the Lions take it inside and draw another whistle.
I really like the way Hillcrest plays. I mean, they keep the floor spread on the offensive end, so there's driving lanes, and the guards can really take it off of the bounce. And when you got Troutman, and you also have my guy, as you call him, Loving on the inside, who's had a really, really good tournament. Really good tournament.
Riggedy 1 of 2 at the line today. Boozer and Larry Austin Jr. come back in for Lanphier. Mooring back in for the Hawks. Hawks in control, 2 minutes to go in the third. Troutman makes a move and makes a shot.
Oh, Troutman very active, finds the open space, goes right to it. Nice delivery, and Troutman, nice turnaround jumper in the lane.
He's got 9 points. Austin gets loose in the lane. Boy, sore heel and all, almost knocked to the ground. He creates a shot and scores.
Yeah, pretty smooth that time. When Austin gets in that lane, he's got the ability just to step up and go up over defenders. And a nice jumper in the lane.
Chuck Shanklin says he's like a Tasmanian devil in there.
Austin really hurt you taking it off the bounce. Looked like he might have been fouled on the play. Yeah. Kept the basketball alive with the bounce. And he just springs up and knocks down that short jumper.
Like a lineman down in his 3-point stance and able to keep his feet and still score.
Keep the basketball alive. Good ball handler. He's a very good ball handler. A good passer. Just an all-around good player.
Wallace whistled for the foul that time. His second, took a shot to the jaw. A little inbounds lob for Troutman. He's got 11.
Yeah, Lanphier went to sleep, didn't he? And Troutman got an easy one off an inbounds play.
At 6'5", it's a pretty easy lob to him. Wallace has it blocked. Check that. Powers has it blocked. Now Briggity comes up with a steal. He gives to Boozer, who lays it in.
Yeah, nice no-look pass that time for Briggity. Boozer running the lanes nicely with the finish.
The middle linebacker finding some open spaces there. Still an 11-point advantage for Hillcrest. They are the men in black. They won't have a sequel to their 2010 state championship game, but they're looking to go out with a win here. Mooring the miss. And Hillcrest will take an 11-point lead into the fourth quarter. They led by 13, a little headway for Lanphier, but not much. Hillcrest has answered Lanphier's challenge, and they lead it going to the fourth.
And so, after due deliberation and much hard work on the part of both agencies, we've decided to award the contract to Abercrombie and Tietweiler.
What? You gotta be kidding me! Bad call, jeez.
This is pathetic!
Those ads went out with dancing cigarettes. What are you, blind? What are you, deaf? What are you, out of your mind? Fix.
Today is Saturday. Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap us next Sunday.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
Hillcrest has been in control since the start. Matt Rodewald with you here at Carver Arena, and as we do to start the fourth quarter, celebration information. But Lee and Greg, one school is organized. We know Sunday at 1 o'clock in Springfield, but Hillcrest, they're going to work on it. They haven't quite set their celebrations up, but they had some celebrations in the past for their state champions in 2010, and of course for the girls just a couple of weeks ago. So they're familiar with this. Not to worry, there will be celebrating all the way around Country Club Hills.
Yeah, it's old hat for John Mattiatis and the girls too, and Don Houston adding to his school tradition with another trophy this weekend. After what this team has been through, it's an amazing run for them.
Yeah, both ball clubs shot the ball very well in the third quarter.
Mooring, tough shot, Loving, hops and puts it back.
8 of 11 now for Hillcrest in the third quarter. Now the bucket in the first quarter.
Clemens has it blocked. Troutman with the block. Yeah, Lanphier shot better in the third quarter too.
Yeah, they're 8 for 12, and they only were able to get within 9.
Fleming the miss. Buchanan runs it down. He's having a nice ball game. Brent Buchanan now with 13 to lead the way for Hillcrest. They score the first 4 points of the fourth quarter.
Hillcrest shooting 50% for the ball game, 33% for Lanphier.
Hillcrest at this point has answered every Lanphier foray. They try to get back in it. Was that Troutman with another block?
Looked like Troutman got it to me.
Eight of Lanphier's 22 third quarter points coming off turnovers, so they were able to crank that up a little bit, but Hillcrest stared right back at him, did not blink in that stare down in the third.
Looking at Hillcrest, so they're really keeping that floor spread. That's a deep three right there. Deep, deep. Bad gamble by Mooring trying to chase down his shot on the long rebound of the three-point shot. Long rebound, and it was an easy bucket for Lanphier.
Austin now with 12.
Bad decision to gamble and try and go after that basketball.
Well, Mooring, as far as the long shots go, he says our defense helps me out a lot.
Oh,
as Loving gets an easy little dunk.
Oh, great dish that time by Buchanan, and the finish by Loving.
Mooring says he knows he can pretty much take those long shots because if I miss them, our defense will make up for it. That time they didn't. Nobody able to get back against Lanphier. A.J. Powers, little mid-range jumper. He's got 5 points. Lanphier trying to turn up the defensive pressure. We saw that in the fourth quarter yesterday. It really worked for him. Fleming trying to make a flashy play in the lane, but turns it over.
Hillcrest has had some problems with turnovers. They've turned it over 12 times, only 7 turnovers for Lanphier. But here in the fourth quarter with the 5:22 to go, you've got to really value the basketball. You really got to take care of it for Hillcrest.
Hillcrest led by 16 in the second quarter. Take it to the lane, rattles out.
Look at the turnovers there, 12 for Hillcrest and 7 for Lanphier. Davis so quick with the basketball, shifts hands nicely, and almost gets a little floater to fall in the lane, but he was fouled on the play.
4 fouls on Jovan Mooring as Davis makes the free throw. Mooring will have to come out with 5:06 left.
Lanphier could turn over Hillcrest a couple times. They could make a run. I mean, they could score points quickly. Helps knocking down free throws too.
11-point ball game. And we saw that yesterday. It was 8-0 run, I think, by Lanphier in the fourth quarter. After they had given up the lead, they got it back.
Chicago just had some answers for him yesterday.
They did.
That winning by 7.
North Chicago scoring, I believe, the last 8 points in that ball game. Hillcrest playing a little keep away. Inside, Troutman won't go. The tip won't go. Battle for the rebound. Clemens comes out of there with it. Here's Davis in transition. He gives to Austin, and Austin will go to the line as the foul will go against Copeland.
Oh, another good look that time by Davis. Davis can really handle the basketball in transition. Just a quick look that time to Larry Austin Jr. Strong to the glass. Fouled on the play and get himself to the line.
Three fouls now on Copeland. And it's a 10-point game. It's not out of the question here for Lanphier. Austin makes it a 9-point game. Still interesting here in our third place game. Lanphier showing a little life here in the second half. Trying to make a game of it.
How come insurance companies tell me I can save like 40%?
Before they even know what I need.
How come
my company never asked me
my idea of financial security?
How
come nobody gives me a financial plan?
I can understand.
Country Financial does. Your country representative can help protect what you have now and prepare for the future.
Somebody who knows retirement planning
and insurance.
Yeah.
At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
My name's Reggie. Just recently, my wife and I took in her sister's children. And we already had 4, so I went from becoming a family man to a man with a bigger family. Now, you can't eat love, so I don't know how I'm gonna feed them tonight. How was that, Rich?
I think I look more like Denzel.
That's cold, man.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Third place still on the line here in Peoria in Class 3A. Peoria High Lions up next against North Chicago. The Warhawks going for their first ever state championship. In Class 4A, Bloom Township and Auburn trying to bounce back from tough, disappointing losses last night. And it's Simeon and Proviso East. Maybe one for the ages here tonight. At least that's the buzz. That's the anticipation going in.
Lanphier with 10 fast break points in the ball game and only 2 for Hillcrest. And they need to turn that heat up defensively and need to get some things going out of their press and also the fast break.
They can score in a hurry. We saw yesterday. They can score in a hurry out of that press. We'll see how Hillcrest handles it. That time they handle it awfully well, and so does Virgil Fleming, taking it to the hoop for the 6'3" senior.
See, back the other way quick. Lanphier hitches. Davis a little pull-up jumper about that free throw line.
He's got 8 points. Fleming to Troutman this time.
Well, Fleming's having a good ball game, doing a nice job controlling the basketball and finding the open man.
63-52, Troutman now with 13. Loving, Troutman, Buchanan, all with 13 for the Warhawks. And here's A.J. Powers with the lay-in. Fast and furious here in the fourth quarter. Buchanan off the window.
Well, they just keep attacking, Hillcrest does. Once they beat the front line of that press, they just attack the basket.
Is North Chicago out here early? This is what we're seeing here in the fourth quarter. Davis lays it off the glass.
Tough shot that time by Davis. Lanphier able to keep it alive, a second chance opportunity.
A lot of baskets, a lot of points. Still a 9-point lead for the Warhawks. Or the Hawks, rather.
Hillcrest going to run to the clock.
I told you they look like North Chicago. Davis got a hand on it, steals it, takes it away, and Troutman with the foul. Fourth foul on Troutman. It'll be free throws for Lanphier as Mooring comes back for the Hawks. Briggity back in for Lanphier.
Boy, you saw a good look there. Davis slipping in and getting a basket. Nice pickup play after the shot block on Larry Austin Jr. Davis very, very active. And once again, we're going to see Davis in that charity stripe. Davis has had a really good tournament, 10 points in this ball game, 2 of 3 from the line.
15 yesterday. Season high 16 came against Rochester earlier this year. Makes them both and cuts it to a 7-point lead for Hillcrest. They got this close back in the third quarter. Hillcrest answered. They're going to have to answer again with 2:49 left here in regulation.
Yeah, Lanphier really getting them after him defensively. It looks like to me Hillcrest showing some signs of being a little fatigued, a little bit tired, especially their bigs, Loving and also Troutman. Fleming and Buchanan doing a nice job, though, handling the basketball for Hillcrest, and they really need to keep the ball in those two guys' hands. You have to start looking to see who the good free throw shooters are when it's a 7-point ball game now, because Lanphier's going to have to be active and maybe have to start fouling here pretty quickly if Hillcrest is able to put a few more points on the board. So when you look at Hillcrest, a pretty good free throw shooting team, but Copeland struggles a little bit at that free throw line. That may be one of the guys that you would want to foul. And Fleming also not a good free throw shooter either. So if you're Lanphier, you got to know who you want to foul, but you got to continue to turn that heat up defensively because still 2:49 left in the ball game, and Lanphier's made a game of it. The largest lead of Hillcrest was 16 here in the second half.
Lee Hall, Greg Sterick, Matt Rodewald with you from Carver Arena, Peoria High in North Chicago for the state championship in Class 3A coming up next here. Hillcrest trying to hang on to a lead in the third place 3A game, yes. A lot of threes there, third place, 3A.
Well, Fleming a nice job beating the pressure of Clemens.
Whistle and an illegal screen goes against Brent Buchanan.
Now Buchanan and Larry Austin Jr. just got hung up, and he was trying to slide off of that pick, and got physical. Buchanan got caught with a personal foul.
Here's Lanphier now, down 7.
See what Hillcrest is going to do out of their defense. It's going to be a zone of 1-2-2.
Briggity takes it into the trees. Loving might have got a piece of it. He did get a piece of that one. Davis pulls up at the free throw line. Off the glass, no good. Loving got a hand on it. Mooring can't control. He got hit in the face. Lanphier knocks it away. Davis.
Oh, what a
Larry Austin Jr.
What a heads-a play by Davis to tip the ball there and get it to Larry Austin Jr. to make this a 5-point ball game.
Under 2 minutes to go now. Hillcrest trying to hang on. Lanphier fighting back desperately. Almost got a steal out of the double team. Here's Loving. strong inside, and it's Jalen Loving with the bucket. He's got 15.
Mooring with the assist.
The Lions not going away. Davis is 3 off the front of the rim. Loose ball tracked down by Mooring. And looks like a foul will go against A.J. Powers.
Yeah, quick shot that I thought that time by Davis. Instead of getting a touch for Larry Austin Jr. or Clemens, he went ahead and elected to pull up and shoot that three-point shot. And he's had a good tournament, though. You know, I'm not picking on you. Not picking on you. You've had an awful good tournament. Just a little quick shot on that three.
Didn't necessarily need the three yet. And a turnover. The Hawks turn it over. Fleming carried it, they say. Caught it on his hip.
Yeah, hung it on his hip. So Lanphier another opportunity. He scores.
Off the backside of Fleming, and scoring is a heads-up Jalen Briggity.
What a play by Briggity.
He caught the Hillcrest players trying to set their defense and just bounced it off the backside of Fleming and scored.
Chance to take a look at this play one more time. Heads up play, Briggity right there. He throws it in off of Fleming, and the catch and the finish.
That's one of those circus shots. Where is Curly Boo Johnson? I think we saw the Globetrotter here yesterday. That's a Globetrotter play if we've ever seen
That's
one.
a play that Briggity will be talking about all summer, probably the rest of his life.
Mooring with the free throw at the other end. He's now in double figures. No quit in these Lanphier Lions. Mooring misses the second. It's a 6-point game and a foul as Davis drives. It's before the shot. Double bonus time. 2 free throws for T.J. Davis.
Mr. Activity, Mr. Energy out there when he's on the floor.
4 of 5 at the line today. 67% on the season. Make it a 4-point game with 1:06 to play. In and out. Troutman touched it last. It's Lanphier ball. So a missed free throw might actually be a break for Lanphier.
Yeah, they're going to have an opportunity to get the ball back. Austin going hard to the offensive glass. Slapped it off of Troutman. So they'll have an opportunity to get the ball back.
Well, it's been a disappointing trip to Peoria to this point for Lanphier. I think in the second half we've really seen the Lanphier Lions team that they've seen all year.
Yeah, they really get after it when they dig themselves such a deep hole, and then they try and battle back, and they fight through a lot of adversity. The fact that Larry Austin Jr.'s been a little banged up in this ball game. Hillcrest had a 16-point lead, just couldn't take care of the basketball, but credit Lanphier, the way they got after him on the defensive end. They've been able to get baskets in transition, and there's still time for Lanphier to win this ball game with 1 minute and 4 seconds left.
And unfortunately for Hillcrest, this has kind of been their MO. They blew a 14-point second-half lead against Lamont earlier this year. They blew a lead against DuSable, only to take it back. And Troutman said in that game, we felt like we were drowning. So they've been through this before. The question now is, can they hang on? Lanphier with the bench points today, led by T.J. Davis, 17-8 in favor of Lanphier. They have the ball. Down 5 with 1:04 left. Hillcrest takes it away. Here's Buchanan on the fly, missed it. Troutman the follow.
And Hillcrest players just really ran the floor a little bit better after the miss. Felt like Buchanan was score, but they ran the floor nicely. Oh, another block by Loving.
Lanphier out of timeout. Briggity for 3. Tipped in. Powers.
Oh, Larry Austin Jr.
Pick out the hand out of that crowd. 5-point game, 35.2 seconds left. Loving getting it done with scoring and with the defense here. Got a piece of that one.
Yeah, blocked the shot of Clemens on that play. The other way, and Hillcrest got it easy. Big free throws here by Moore.
5 of 6 there today. Honorable mention All-Stater, starting to get some Division II interest according to his coach. And gets the shooter's roll there to get him 12 points and put Hillcrest back up 7. Riggedy for 3. Loving high for the rebound, can't control it. Buchanan does. And here come the Hawks. They'll try to play keep away here and run some clock.
No, they got to get a foul. They got to get a foul.
A.J. Powers gets the foul after a few seconds tick off the clock. That's his 5th.
Yeah, they had an opportunity to foul Fleming right here in front of us. They let 4 more seconds run off the clock before they foul.
Isn't that funny? When you want the fouls, you can't get them.
Find a guy who's got a length in the game. He's got a length in the game. The only way to lengthen the game is to foul quick.
Chuck Shanklin going to go to his bench now and get a hand for his seniors. They trail it here by 7 with 19.1 to play. Tavion Neal, Ray Lofton, Darius Milliken, all in the ball game, and a nice hand for the Lions players and seniors. Tough way to go out for this team, ranked number 1 in the final AP poll. Visions of a state championship as they came to Peoria on Thursday.
Yeah, it has to be disappointing, but they've had a fantastic year. They're in their year most likely at 28-5 if they can't win this ball game. But look at Larry Austin Jr. Tremendous future for that young man. Everett Clemens, first team All-State, averages 19 points per ball game. So these guys have had a tremendous year. Buchanan gets the foul, and you wonder why he fouled. He wants to get the rest of his teammates in the ball game and have an opportunity to experience this.
They will come in after the first shot. Archer Tribbett at the line.
Nice to see Tribbett knock down that free throw. Those two guys checking out, Loving and Troutman. Tremendous tournaments for those guys. Loving in this ball game, 15 points, 13 rebounds.
Jordan Tribbett, a freshman, makes a couple of free throws out there.
I thought Loving was pretty good yesterday with 16 and 6. Comes back with 15 and 13, one of the top players in this tournament.
He can play at the next level, can he?
Yeah, he's got a good upside. He's long, and there's not anything that he can't do. He's a good player, Jalen Loving.
Number 1 Lanphier will settle for a 4th place trophy, 72-67 the final. Hillcrest, after a tragic start to the season, losing their teammate Ryan Royal to a senseless shooting in the suburbs of Chicago. They have played in his honor all season long, and they will bring home a 3rd place trophy back to Hillcrest. Nice effort by Lanphier coming back in the second half and making a ball game of it. We've got 3A championship basketball coming your way a little bit later here on the IHSA TV network.
I could be tweeting about the cool video I just saw, but